All right, people, this is your boy Jay. I'm back out here with the Lincoln Town Car because I am going to show you guys how to hook these monitors up right here, these computer monitors that I got here. I'm going to show you how to hook these to that right there. You notice these computer monitors have VGA, they have VGA connectors on the back, and that has an RCA connector on the back. So how do we get these RCA connection on the video to work with the VGA connection on the back of these monitors? Well, first thing we need to do is, how do we power these monitors on, number one. Now, in order to power these monitors on, you have to have a power inverter. Something like this. This is a 400 watt power inverter. This is what I got the power on these. This is the 7-inch monitor that I got the 7-inch Android that I got installed in this Lincoln, and I got a controller right here to play video games. Make sure that it works. Now I'm gonna pause it for a second because you see the controller. This is connected to this via USB. That USB right here is a 64 gig USB drive that has all the video games connected on here. So anytime I go into the RetroArch application, I go into the storage, I have all the video games loaded on here. I also have this controller connected so I could play the video game. You'll see. But first, you have to have this power inverter, like I said, to install in order to power on these monitors. Okay. This is running. You have two options with this. You can run it straight off the cigarette lighter, which only gives you 5-volt power, or you can run it straight to the battery. So what I did, I got some bigger gauge wire, and I ran this straight to the battery. This power inverter is ran straight to the battery. Okay, and then you got your plugs over here that you can use to plug up the monitors on the back here. So the first thing is getting a power inverter, you know, so that you can plug up these, because these are not just regular headrest TV. These are computer monitors. Now, this is the VGA, the RCA cable that I got here that's running to the back to connect to those monitors back there. Now, let's go back here where all the fun is. I can show you. Okay. Now, remember that RCA cable I was telling you about? This is the RCA cable right here. It is connected to this AV to HDMI box here. This box also needs to have power going to it in order for these to work. So how do I switch the VGA connection to work with this? This is the HDMI connected right here. This monitors does not have HDMI connection. Okay, these don't have HDMI connection. They have VGA and DVI. So I used the VGA connector in order to get it to work. Now, what I did was I took the two VGA connections and I ran a VGA splitter. Okay, so both of these are split into one right here. As you can see, we got the two VGA connections hooked up, and they are ran to this splitter right here. Now this here is a VGA to HDMI. So what I did was I put these VGA splitter, hooked it up to this HDMI adapter, ran this HDMI to this audio video to HDMI. Upscaler to 1080. This thing does not support 1080. It has to be on 720. If you don't put it on 720, it will not show. You have to keep these on 720 because 1080 is not it's not supported on this little box here. So you can't run 1080 on here with these monitors anyway. So these monitors, like I said, these are 22-inch monitors here on the back, and yeah, you can see 22-inch monitors. So yes, this is how you hook up that RCA that's running all the way from the back of that head unit there. The RCA, which is this cable right here, and it goes right into this right here. And like I said, this here is power. This is a USB type B. You can order these on Amazon or eBay. I can put a link in there to show you where to order these at. It's called AV to HDMI upscaler. You need this right here in order to hook up. Actually, this is for like if you're running multiple HDMI. What's the names? This is to hook up something to run HDMI. Because if these had just RCAs, all I have to do was just run a single RCA splitter to this, and I can split both the images to just this single RCA without this. But since I'm using computer monitors, I wanted to do something different to show you that you can actually hook up these computer monitors to the back of this Android unit. So yeah, you're gonna get this audio video to HDMI upscaler right here. This is a mini, and your input signal comes from the back of the head unit. This is the output signal right here. It's HDMI. So what I did was I used this right here. This is a HDMI to VGA right here. Output, VGA output. This is the output right here. Now, I can only plug up one VGA to this. Okay, I can only plug up one. So what I did was I got a splitter so that I can run two VGA outputs to this. Okay, that's what that is. This is the VGA output right here. These are two right here. These two monitors here are both running on this VGA splitter right here. So you need the splitter right here, and you also need this HDMI to VGA right here, the VGA output. Okay, and you need this right here, and you use your RCA video output on the back of this video output. If it says video output, you run your audio video cable from the output all the way to here, and it goes right here. This is the output right here, the yellow one. You want to run it to this yellow one. These right here is for sound. We don't need to use these for sound because the sound is played off the car radio and the sound system and everything it is. So you don't need that. Okay, so this is how you install this. But in order for these to work, you are going to need a power inverter, and you need to run the power inverter to the battery. You get better power running it to the battery. You get 12 volt power instead of 5 volt, which is only on the cigarette lighters and power supplies or whatever. So you want to run that directly to the battery. Okay, so this is just to show you that the games and stuff works. You know, these monitors are being plugged in, so you have to you gotta have this right here. It's got to be hooked up to this right here. This is how you power on those monitors. Okay, and I got an extension cord right here running up under the seat. This right here is what's running that little audio video to HDMI box, because it needs to see some power. It needs to see 5 volts at least. So this already has the plug on the back of it, which is 5 volt adapter here. You put this here into that, and that's what powers on that little black box to give the display to the two monitors back there. Now, if you just got like regular TVs that's got the audio video outputs, you won't need that. You can just run this audio video output and get a video splitter and just run both of the cables to one, just like I did these two VGA monitors back there. You run those to one, and that's how you split the image and get both of them to show up on the display here. But I hope this video helps you guys out, man, because you know what I'm saying. This teaches people how to hook up stuff here. And give me a second here, guys. All right, let's clear this out. Load content. I'm gonna try another video game. Let's do some Sega Genesis games or something. Sega Genesis. We're gonna load content. Go to my storage disk 1. I'm gonna scroll down to the Sega Genesis real quick, guys, so you guys can see this. That's where I could have my tripod. You guys can actually see this. So this thing is just not going to cooperate with me at all. I see. Yeah, it's just gonna fall. It's not gonna cooperate with me like I want to. So just give me a second, guys. I'm just gonna show another video game, and that'll be about it. Go to my Sega folder. I'm gonna scroll down to. I'm gonna go to a ROM hack. This is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Shredder's Revenge, on a Streets of Rage. Just press that little button there to clear that screen there. All right, let me show you guys what I got here. This is the new Shredder's Revenge game that came out on the Switch, but they put these. See. This is regular Streets of Rage, guys. I thought I picked this regular Streets of Rage. Sorry about that. But there it is. This is a Sega Genesis game. You saw a Nintendo. We can do Super Nintendo. We can do Atari. We can do all that. I can play all the games on this thing. Like all the Nintendo, Super Nintendo, Game Boy, Game Boy Advance, Game Boy Color, Sega Genesis, 32X, Sega Master System, Sega Game Gear. And if I want to play Sega CD, I can play Sega CD on here too. I can also do like PlayStation emulation games. All that. This emulator has everything that I have that I want. I can play TurboGrafx 16, and everything is loaded on this little SD card right here. Get y'all to see that. Everything's loaded on this card right here, guys. So that's where everything is, man. That's where all the fun is at. But yeah, this is to show you guys that you can actually play video games and everything. But a lot of people want to find out how did I get those monitors to work on the back with this Android head unit and controller and everything like that. But let's power this off, and don't forget to power this thing off, because if you don't, you will run your battery down, because it is connected to the battery. So that display is turned off back there, both of them. And I just wanted to show you guys how I got all of that working and everything. I'm gonna come out here and tuck all this stuff in later. I'm not worried about that. I'll tuck it back in so you can't see it. But yeah, man, this is just video, guys, showing y'all how I got everything hooked up on this car, man. So thanks for watching, guys. This is your boy Jay signing off, saying peace. Y'all be safe, y'all be blessed, and I will catch y'all later. I'm out.